Greetings everyone, my name is Dominic and today you're tuning in to the Comic Book Report, where we review comic books and graphic novels so you can get an idea of what to read. And today I'm really excited to do a different kind of product review today. Today we're taking a look at a bunch of goodies sent over by WhamStand. Now if you haven't heard of WhamStand, they are a custom comic book and collectible accessory 3D printing company. I've kept an eye on their products for some time. I think I first heard about them through BJ Kicks over at Comics Are Dope. Ever since then, I started following them on Instagram, and I reviewed their website and things over the years. I was elated when they agreed to send over some free product in exchange for an honest product review. And that's actually what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to do a quick overview of some of the items they sent over, and rest assured this is only part of the catalog of products they offer over on their website. As far as what they sent me in the lot here, I have a custom light box with the Comic Book Report logo. I have a little stand that can have one Whamblum attached to it, along with their new spinner rack kind of 3D print here. It can hold up to 3 items and 3 separate Whamblums, which are the magnetized custom emblems that they print out to be used on a lot of their products. They also printed out a bunch of those aforementioned Whamblums for me, along with a sticker and even a piece of bazooka bubblegum. I'm really excited to review these products on the channel. Like I said, I was really excited when they generously sent this stuff over, and I can't wait to just promote it, because if you're like me and you like collecting comics, collected editions, and various other collectibles, this site really has a lot of cool 3D prints. A quick bird's eye overview of each individual item they sent over. So this, of course, is that new 3D spinner rack. They had an older model as well, but this one's quite nice because it can hold at least 3 on the exterior, and you might even be able to fit some in the middle. I also think you can buy inserts that maybe stack for a second row. I'm not 100% certain on that, but it certainly looks like that might be possible. This thing is really sturdily built as well, as is this single holder here that they also sent over. Really excited to show you what this looks like with a comic inside. And additionally, they sent over this nice light box that is powered via USB. It has a little switch, which is really nice, and they 3D printed my logo. I really love this. It looks really clean. I will show a video showcasing the light feature later in this video if you're interested in seeing it. I think something like this is perfect for my, comic book collected area or room. It might look good in the background of some videos, things like that, and it's just cool to have something custom printed like this. So far, I'm really impressed by the quality of all these prints. And now a quick look at some of the Whamblums they sent over as well. They sent me a good handful of 3D printed logos, again for the Comic Book Report YouTube channel, along with one of their logos there, the top WhamStand. They also sent over Marvel, the last DC logo, and then a slew of really cool comic-related or influencer-related kind of slogans. There's something about a giveaway, now reading, stuff about exclusive variant covers, what's up next, or what I'm reading, or what have you. And I really love this. Again, a great way to showcase what I'm doing or what I'm putting in each of these stands, and you'll see what that looks like momentarily when I demonstrate how these all work. It should be noted on their site they also offer a lot more options as far as these Whamblums go, and of course you can do customs like he did for me with my logo. And finally, he even provided a sticker with the WhamStand logo, really fun, and a piece of bazooka bubblegum, which just screams, hey, I like collectibles, this is a fun little piece of Americana and a nice little treat. Okay, so first up for the demonstration portion of the video, I did want to go ahead and show you what the spinner rack looks like when I add these Whamblums. Again, they're kind of magnetized, which is really nice. The way that the 3D prints are kind of slotted, it just makes it really easy to put them in, take them out, and the magnets are strong enough to really stick in here quite good, even while it's spinning. So as I kind of select what Whamblums I want to put on the spinner rack to start, and then I'll go ahead and load it up with a couple books, like I got a Batman book and a Superman book and things like that. Again, just to give you a quick demo of what this would look like, even with collected editions. For the sake of other kinds of comic book collectors out there, I'll show you what this looks like with a couple of these collected editions, but I also have things like single issues bagged and boarded, or in, other kind of cases, or even graded comics, and I'll try to mix out what I put in these stands, just so you can see what these different comic styles look like in these products. It should be noted, I know I do a lot of omnibus reviews. The omnibus editions in general are a little too large to fit in some of these stands, I guess unless you put it in the middle of the spinner rack, or if you have a really thin omnibus, like I bet the Strange Academy omnibus probably could slot in here a little bit. But for a lot of smaller comic book collected editions, hardcovers, trade paperbacks, a lot of those seem to fit in here, which is a really fun way, again, to showcase just some of the collection or what I'm reading, or just to have a nice display. I know I obviously review the comic collections themselves frequently on the channel. That really is the aim of this channel overall, but it is fun to do a video like this that I talk about more the comic collecting hobby and to accessorize like this. How does your collection room look, or your collection corner? I know for me I have, a bookcase or two, and I have stuff in my closet that's sort of my little man cave. But yeah, it's really nice to have something like this just as a kind of display piece. You can really draw the eye with it. I can kind of customize it and bring things in and out of it. And I just like that. I also think as a content creator in this space, it's nice to have things to kind of show off a lot of these collections. And again, I really have to applaud WhamStand for the quality of the product here. I don't even know if my video is doing it justice, because the plastic or whatever this is made out of, it is very, very sturdy stuff. It feels extremely well built. The next item I want to showcase a little more directly is the single comic stand here they provided. Now, this doesn't have a swivel feature like the rotating spinner rack, but it is a really nice just single display. Like the spinner rack, it is wide enough to accommodate a lot of these smaller collected editions, in addition to single issues or slabbed graded comics or bagged and boarded comics, things like that. And like the spinner rack, it does have a entry point for one of those whamblums that you can kind of customize, bring in and out, things like that. Again, this is a great display piece. I love to showcase some of my collection, and I think that this is a really, really wonderful way to do so. I like that it's in black too. It's a bit understated. It doesn't distract from the comic itself I'm trying to showcase, and yeah, I think it just looks really clean. I'm going to try, as you're seeing here, different kinds of comic sizes. Like I have a bagged and boarded single issue. I'll try to throw in a graded comic. Again, just to give you a look at what kinds of things the stand can receive as far as comics and collected editions go. Just because I know there's other comic collectors out there. There's people that really like the single issues or graded comics route and those big slabs. And I just want to show that, yes, this can accept those in a lot of ways. As a collected edition fan, I like to see that it can hold smaller collected editions as well. Again, a great way to also just pick up and grab things I'm currently reading. Okay, and now back to the spinner rack. This time I've loaded it with a single issue bagged and boarded. I have another single issue, this time in a comic capsule, and then also a graded slabbed book. Again, just so you can see what these other formats look like in the spinner rack this time. Again, a really nice showcasing. I'm really happy with the size of the spinner rack and the kinds of things it can hold. I think you can have a lot of variety here in what you decide to showcase, and I think as a consumer, that's a really valuable asset. Next up, one piece I was perhaps most excited for is actually this custom printed light box. And I do think that they have different inserts you can have in these light boxes as well. Again, he custom printed my YouTube logo, which I love. I think it looks so sharp, so well done. The whole thing is powered, like I said, by this USB port that, has a switch built in, which I like. You could easily plug this into a USB charger or into a wall adapter to USB. So really, really a nice way to power this thing. Honestly, I just think it looks really sleek. I don't know that my camera work is going to do it justice. I actually think the light effect looks even better in person. So I apologize about the level of my camera's technical ability here. But rest assured, it does look really striking in person. You could even have it as kind of a soft glow nightlight if you feel so inclined. Again, I think for content creators, this is a fun thing in the background of videos, or if you're someone that, again, has a curated collectible room, this is a cool way to just have it maybe on a shelf or to have it as a light piece. And yeah, just really well put together. I was very, very impressed by this, very happy. And that's really all the products that the WhamStand company sent over for me to review. Again, thank you so much for sending over these items. It was such a generous gift. I really want to encourage anyone who's interested in collectible presentation, particularly for comic book fans out there. But I think they do cater a little bit to things for like trading card collectors as well, if I'm not mistaken. Again, their website is loaded with even more than you see here, so definitely check out the WhamStand website. Check them out on Instagram. They have a really great showcasing showcasing there. That was one of the first vehicles in which I found them after BJ Kicks, again over at Comics Are Dope, kind of pointed the way to this company. But yeah, couldn't be friendlier. Great customer service from them as far as communication and just the quality of product. And yeah, this is, again, really cool showcasing of stuff. I look forward to having these in my collection area of my room and just to showcase in maybe future videos. In the comments, I'd love to hear, have you heard of WhamStand? And beyond that as well, do you have any comic collecting accessories or things that you like that you feel like set your collection apart as far as showcasing or presenting what you have? I'd love to hear all of that. Let's get some good recommendations or things, maybe talk about how we curate our collections. I think that'd be fun in the comments. And thank you all for watching. Until next time, this has been the Comic Book Report. Please don't forget to leave your like, comment, and check out another video on your way out. Thanks, bye.